So, one of the things that gets in our way of becoming unstoppable are our habits. Yes, those things that we do repeatedly, unconsciously, over and over every day. And they can either work for us or they can work totally against us, causing us to feel stuck in a rut, going in circles, frustrated, sabotaging our success, and making us feel like it's never going to happen. But I want you to know some good news today because I'm all about good news. In fact, this is Good News Day. You can change your habits. Yes, yes, you can. You can create new habits. And so if your habits are holding you hostage, I guarantee you, sis, you have the power to change your habits. And when you do, you can transform your entire life. So in this video, I am sharing with you 5 must-have habits for women in their 50s who want to become unstoppable. And remember, I only share information that I've tested and tried myself. I'm sharing with you something not that I've read, but something that I live, something that I've experienced, and I've worked out the kinks so that you don't have to have any kinks. All you have to do is take it and run with it. Consider it my gift to you for being your virtual coach. So, what are the 5 habits that you must develop in 2025 and beyond so that you become unstoppable? I'm going to share with you. Let's get started. So habit number 1 is owning my morning. I say OMM for short. Owning my morning. This is really important that you take ownership of your day, that you start the day setting the tone that you want to carry throughout your entire day. But it starts with owning your first thought, first activity, everything you do, the first part of your day. Now, that could be 5 a.m., that could be 6 a.m., that could be 10 a.m. It does not matter. As long as you have a routine that supports your goals every morning and you follow it. The reason I say that it doesn't matter what time is because you may wake up at different times every day. That's totally fine. I know that there's a group of people who believe that the 5 a.m. club, get up at 5 a.m., or the 7 a.m. club, 5 things you do before 7 a.m. I totally resonate with those too. And my wake up time is between 5 and 5:30. That is a good morning for me. But guess what? I also work nights. So what do? I don't wake up at 5 a.m. when I work nights. I usually wake up at 2:30 the next afternoon. Then I own my morning because for me, that is morning. So it does not matter what time. You choose whatever time of the day works for you, but start your day owning your morning by owning your thoughts. Reflect, pray, do whatever you need to do. Journal. This is what I do when I own my morning. Maybe for you, it's exercise. Whatever you do to set the tone for the rest of the day, that get your mind clear, that empowers you. That's what you want to do first thing in the morning. And this is before you check your phone on your text messages and social media, before you start scrolling through anybody else's app. I want you to get connected with you, get connected with your source. For me, that's the Most High. That's why I take the time to reflect, pray, and journal. And I'm reading scriptures, I'm worshiping. This is how I get grounded and centered. And that is the goal, the objective of owning your morning. So that is a habit that you can slowly build if you don't already have it. Build it and then continue to follow it every single day. It will change the tone for your day. It will change how you start achieving your goals and how you start approaching the different situations and problems that you may have. Because during your reflection time and your praying time and connecting to your source, it's amazing the answers and the clarity that comes because you're not jumping out of bed, rushing to the next thing, or you're not jumping out of bed, grabbing your phone and scrolling through and seeing what's going on in everybody else's life without first taking care of what's going on in your life. You feel me? All right. So that is habit number 1. Habit number 2. And I wrote this down over here. Oh, yes. Set my intentions. So set intentions. Now, this is a wonderful habit that you do at night. Set your intentions for the next day. How do you want to show up the next day? What do you want to accomplish? And the great way to think of this is what at the end of the day would you like to have achieved? So think about what you want the end of the day look like and reverse engineer and say, these are my intentions. Now, I typically say 1 to 3 every day. Because if you do 5, 7 intentions and you're just getting started, you'll get overwhelmed and get disappointed because you may not be able to tick the box for all 7. But 1 to 3 really good intentions that's going to help you align with your values, your beliefs, and the goals that you have for your life. That is what you want to accomplish. So, for example, one intention that I always have on my list is to own my morning. Own my morning between 5 and 5:30 if it's not a work night, or if it's a work day, the following day is to own my morning at whatever time I wake up. That is one of my, what I call staple intentions. That's always on my list. But you determine what's best for you, but write it out on an index card and write it out and put it somewhere where you'll see it first thing in the morning. And then you can say, oh, yeah, this is what I want to do. So, for example, as I look at my intentions for today, number 1, own my morning and connect to my source. Number 2, cancel my hair appointment because my hair looks good. It's still fresh. Number 3, serve people in their time of need. That means I have to go to work tonight, right? This is me being the registered nurse that I am. Those are 3 of the 5 intentions that I have. Now, I do 5, sometimes 7, because I've been doing this for quite some time. But if you're just getting started, 1 to 3 to help you to feel successful. Determine what you need to do in order to move forward and write it out. This is very important. Don't just think about it in your head because your head gets cluttered. How many of us know that our heads get cluttered with other stuff and our never ending to-do list? The intentions is a little bit different than your to-do list. This is about being intentional about the direction of your life and moving it forward. It's not about going to the grocery store. It's not about paying your bills. It's not about going to get the car washed. It's not about calling the babysitter. No, it's about doing those things that are going to help you move forward to become that unstoppable woman you are and achieve the goals that you have set for yourself for this year. This is something that you want to practice doing every single day. And I guarantee you that at the end of 30 days or at the end of 6 months, if you keep with it, you will be further along than you've ever been in achieving your goals. But you got to set the intentions. And the night before is the best way to do it. All right. Number 3, habit number 3 is drink water. This is so important. And this is a part for me, very important because I'm all about being healthy. I want to be healthy. I want my temple to be healthy and flourishing and operating in the divine order that it was created. One thing I know that I need is water. We all need water. One, it's going to help hydrate you, keep your cells feeling flourish. It's going to help you avoid any headaches or that sluggish feeling. If you drink more water, that is the beginning of developing healthier habits and taking care of your body. Now, for me, it has to be an intention because I've learned as I've gotten older, I don't know what it is about being in this fifth decade, that sometimes I don't think about water. Sometimes I don't think about drinking. And so I have to write it down because now it's going to set the tone that I want to be healthy, set the tone that I am my ideal weight, and that my cells are flourishing and every system in my body is working like it was designed to. And I know that just by starting to drink more water, it's going to jumpstart those other healthy habits. So for you, it could be go to the gym. It could be exercise. It could be stop drinking Coke. Whatever it is that relates to what you want to accomplish, you want to make it part of your habit. For me, this is the habit about my healthy temple, and drinking more water resonates with me. And I'm just putting a plug in for you. If you're drinking caffeine, if you're drinking coffee, just try to replace 1 cup of that with water and see how you feel. If you feel better, if you start to sleep better, if you start to get more energy, because sometimes it's not that we're hungry, sometimes it's that we're thirsty. So when you think about grabbing a snack, ask yourself first, how many glasses of water have I had today? Have I had any? And if you're starting to feel sluggish in the middle of the day, try drinking some cold water, or better yet, take a cold shower if you can. That'll wake you up and energize your cells. So this is a good habit to start. Any habit that's going to move you towards a healthier temple is a good habit to start. All right. Number 4. Number 4 is my 30-day challenges. This is a habit that I have had now for 10 years. I've been doing this for 10 years. It's so very strange to be able to say that I've been doing this for a decade. But this is how I reinvent myself every single month. I challenge myself to do something that I think is impossible. I challenge myself to do something that I think is hard. In fact, I literally say, I dare you, Natalie, to give up sugar. I dare you, Natalie, to give up bread. I dare you, Natalie, to go live on Instagram for 30 days. And I'll tell you, when I did that last one, it scared me, but I did it. And I was like, check. Now I can go live anytime I want because I've overcome the fear of rejection of going live. And yes, I gave up sugar. And when I say sugar, I'm talking about the simple carbs. I'm talking about the cakes, pies, muffins, donuts, cakes, pies, muffins, donuts, candy, birthday cake, icing, all of those things that I absolutely loved. Oh, and ice cream, all of those things I absolutely loved, but was full of sugar and not good for me. I was able to give it up. How? By using my 30-day challenge strategy. It's the number one go-to strategy that I share with all of my clients. And I'll tell you this, if you start incorporating one challenge every 3 months, you would be further along in achieving your goals and building your confidence and building that self-esteem to achieving those things that you thought you couldn't do. All you do is structure it out, plan it out, and for 30 days, stick with it. And before you know it, it's the end of the month, and you're like, check, I did it. That's why I wear this shirt. Like, yes, I did it. Because that is a way to not only reinvent yourself, but to be able to prove to yourself that you are capable of doing great things, that you can do hard things, that you are the master of your life, and that you are unstoppable. So this is one of the habits that I really encourage you to build in this month or this year, this 2025 or 2025 and beyond. Now, if you say 30 days is too long, like Natalie, I can't do anything for 30 days. I can't give up Coke for 30 days. I can't be nice to my cat for 30 days. Guess what, sis? You can do it for 20 days. 20 days too long? You can do it for 14 days. 14 days too long? You can do it for 7. 7 days too long? You can do it for 3. 3 days too long? You can do it for 24 hours. Dang, right? Yes, you can. My point is, you have the power to do it for however long you think in order to build up for those 30 days. But don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. Just modify it. Meaning, don't say I can't do 30-day challenges, so I'm not doing it at all. No, pick an amount of days, the number of days, 20, 14, 7, 3, or even 24 hours. Guarantee you're still going to build that muscle called self-esteem and confidence and motivation. And before you know it, yes, you'll be joining me in a 30-day challenge, and you will accomplish things that you never thought you could. All right. Number 5, the 5th habit. And this, of course, is just as important as the other 4. And this is what I call the end of day reflections and release. This is really important. The end of day reflections means that you want to reflect back over the day and look at those things that went well, those things that you want to celebrate. And I literally write them down. Instead of my planner being for my appointments, I write down in my planner those things that went really well, those things that I'm celebrating. So every day there's something there that I'm celebrating. And I'm going to end my day with, yes, it felt good, versus, oh, I didn't accomplish what I wanted to accomplish. No, I'm going to look at what did I accomplish? What on the intentions list did I able to check off, and how am I going to celebrate it? And then I'm going to release. That's right. I'm going to release and wash off the day. Wash off anything that didn't feel right or anything that was a blooper that I need to pray about forgive, ask for forgiveness, whatever I need to do. I need to release the emotions so that I don't carry them into my sleep time and I don't carry them over into the next day. This is really key. Reflect on what went well and release the other stuff because you want to be able to start the day fresh. Now, I've just shared with you 5 habits that I use to help me to become unstoppable. It is my daily routine. It's been something I've done for years, but I want you to be encouraged that you can change your habits just one day at a time by becoming intentional about what you do and what you don't do. Because there are 2 different habits. I need to share that with you. There are these habits that are called life draining habits. And then there's these habits called life giving. And everything I just shared with you, the 5 that I did, they give life to you, meaning they give you energy, they motivate you, they empower you, not just your mind, but your body, which will transform your entire life. So, one of the things about habits is that we typically don't look at what we do. But I want you, the unstoppable woman that you are, to examine your habits. Which ones fall under the category of life draining? And those are really self explanatory. They drain the life out of you, they drain your dreams. And I've talked about that before in my videos. So start to look at what you do. Is it draining your life out of you? Or is it giving life to you and to your dreams? And then look at what you do and say, what do you want more of? Because if the life draining habits aren't giving you what you need, they aren't serving you, then replace them with the life giving habits so that you go from being stuck to unstuck, gaining that momentum and becoming unstoppable in your 5th decade and beyond. This is going to be a great year. And it can be if you're willing to do something different and if you're willing to do things differently. And so start with examining your habits. What do you need to get rid of? Join the conversation and let me hear in the chat, what one habit do you need to get rid of? What one life draining habit do you need to replace with a life giving habit? I want to hear from you. And if you're ever interested in joining me in my 30-day journey, 30-day challenges, check me out in the description box and let's connect because I tell you, there's no reason why you cannot become unstoppable in 2025. You've got this. I believe in you and we're on the path together. Be blessed until the next video. And if I added value, let me just send a reminder, give a thumbs up, and yes, subscribe to the YouTube channel so that I can make more videos that add value to you and your life as you become unstoppable in your 50s and beyond. Be blessed, my sister.